the Miscreant Hour.
Sometimes you need to know when to put on your pants and leave.
Yeah, just seriously, put your dick away and bounce.
Yeah,
Hello.
here we are.
What is up, folks?
Back again.
Thank you for joining us for another
Yes.
amazing and wonderful episode of the Miscreant
From
Hour.
the bottom of our hearts, we thank you.
Thank you. Here we are. This is episode 21, and we're back. We're rolling. Things have been going really well,
Yep, yes they have.
and we'd like to thank all of you for your guys' support. And let's kick this fucking shindig off.
Let's get going. All right. Well, first order of news, and the most importantly, I just purchased a smartwatch.
Kind of smart. Well, not like the big gay fruity Apple Watch, right?
It's from a brand called Martian, and it kind of has that kind of like old like James Bondy, half dressy, casual feel. And it mainly works off like voice commands and stuff. It's pretty much like Bluetooth for your iPhone or Samsung, whatever horseshit they sell.
Yeah, does it shoot
That's
like
pretty much all it
lasers
is.
out of it? Does it
No,
like
I wish
do,
it did.
Like James Bond type shit?
Or like make it like flash a hologram on the screen.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
yet.
it doesn't do that.
That'll be in the future, hopefully. Hopefully that's
Okay.
coming, but
Okay,
it's cool. I like it because it's very understated. You know.
right. So it doesn't look like a smartwatch.
And want to know why I bought the smartwatch?
Because you're a faggot.
Because I'm smart.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it comes down to?
That's why I did it.
So smart people buy smartwatches.
Smart people buy smartwatches.
I think douchebags buy smartwatches.
That's not fair, Mr.
I
Skaggs.
feel
Oh,
like
come
it's kind of fruity.
That's being mean.
It's like, hey, look at me. I have a smartwatch. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm a kind of a gadget guy. I love gadgets, you know.
Yeah, you do
I love my toys. I'm a fucking child.
Yeah, you do love toys, especially long phallic shaped ones.
Oh, come on, don't get me excited right now. Not when we're doing this podcast.
All right, so that's cool. So you got yourself a cool old smartwatch.
Yeah. You know what? I'll wear it for a couple weeks. I'll come back, let you know what I think about it after I give it the full test run.
All right, so now we're doing tech reviews on the Miscreant Hour.
Hey, Martian, pay me, bitch.
Yeah, right. Let's get some money. I never even heard of that brand. I know Apple's coming out or have come out with their ridiculous smartwatch.
You know what?
That,
I thought about getting that
like thousands of dollars
because I have a fucking iPhone, but the thing that threw me off about that was the battery life. They said 18 hours, and you know fuck well that it's not going to last 18 hours after a month or two.
Yeah, but I feel like what is the point of it? Like, the thing that pisses me off about Apple...
Not have to reach in your pocket, pull out your phone. Do everything from your wrist.
Yeah, okay. So, but it can't do everything that your phone can. It can only do certain things. So Apple has this new business model where they basically force you to buy every one of their products. You know what I mean? They want you to have a watch. They want you to have an iPad. They want you to have an iPhone. They want you to have a MacBook. They want you to have everything, and they kind of force you into buying every one of those things, and they kind of make it so that you have to have all of those things. You have to have everything that they have.
I mean, you can get by without a fucking watch. You don't need the watch.
No, I would definitely not get the watch.
But I do think the future will be moving away from cell phones. I don't think Google Glass quite got it right.
No.
But I
Definitely
think that's kind of more the future. Just not looking down straight ahead. Everything right in front of you.
Right.
I think that could be the real future.
Yeah.
I don't think Google got it quite right, and I think they know that too.
Well, I guess they're on the right track. I mean, they're trying to be innovative and take the next step into technology. But I feel like you just can't compete. Like, as soon as you buy the next best thing, all of a sudden the next best thing comes out 5 minutes later, and you're like, fuck. So it's like the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing. It's impossible to keep up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the fucking Apple releases, 2-3 phones a year?
Yeah. Like, with their computers, same
fuck
thing.
That shit.
Like, I just bought a brand new MacBook Pro, fully decked out, and they're coming out with a new,
of course they
completely decked out MacBook Pro in
are.
like a couple months. So it's like, God damn it. You know, it's just like you can't keep up, and they hope that you just keep shelling out more and more money to buy their newer, better shit.
Apple's a bunch of cunts. We know that.
They really are starting to be cunty.
Look, I like my iPhone as much as the next guy, but they're fucking bunch of cunts.
Yeah, no, I love Apple products. Like I'm definitely an Apple guy, but their business practices are kind of douchey. The way they kind of just force you to buy everything that they offer. They want you to have every aspect of it, and like I'm not really a fan of Windows by any means, but my mom recently picked up that Surface Pro, the thing that's like it's like a tablet and a computer and everything all in one. You know, so and it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I hate Microsoft, but for Microsoft products, this thing is actually pretty cool. It's got the touch screen. So it works like a computer and a tablet. You can take it apart. It's a tablet. Put it together. It's a computer.
It's a computer.
And it's legit. It's got this, sweet swiping touch screen. Could do all this stuff. It's got its own apps, and it was significantly cheaper. That was the price of just like a fucking iPad. But Apple makes you buy everything.
That's why Mr. Blue owns a Kindle. For when
Mr. Blue like the Kindle
does his e-reading, I use a Kindle.
Yeah. Oh, if I was going to do e-reading, I would use a Kindle too.
Kindle HD.
I'm just not really into the whole e-reading thing. I mean, I do
see
the
future, man.
I do see the appeal, but I'm old school when it comes to reading. I like books.
Oh, he likes to smell the paper.
I like to smell the books and feel it in my hand. You just like to sit there on a free little gay little e-reader.
That's the only thing you like to feel in your hand.
The only thing like you feel in your hand is a dick, so I'm surprised you got the e-reader. Is it shaped like a penis, the e-reader you have?
Yeah, it's too wide.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little too big. I haven't seen a cock like that.
Not yet.
All right, so got that shit covered.
Yeah.
What else? Another thing I saw in the news I thought, or that was trending. Let me just say that. It's trending.
Buzzword, trending.
Yeah.
What's trending?
The new James Bond is going to be a man of African American descent.
Is that true? Because I thought Daniel Craig was going to be the next James Bond. Didn't they release a trailer saying that he was going to be James Bond?
Oh, is he? Well, why am I hearing about this black dude being the new James Bond?
I don't know.
Why are people talking about that?
What black dude?
I don't know. I didn't even really read it. It's like, oh, it's a black guy and he's playing James Bond. And then Roger Moore was quoted as saying, like, oh, that I don't think that would work.
Really?
Yeah, and then everyone's like, racist. What a racist. Of course, right? Every white guy's a racist these days, all right?
Well, yeah, I'm seeing now, like, you're right. Yeah, so after, I guess, the next Daniel Craig James Bond movie, the next James Bond is supposed to be that guy, Idris Elba from The Wire.
Of course it is.
And he is a badass actor.
Look, I like him. I watched The Wire, too, for a bit, and I like him.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. Now, what are traditionally white characters or roles are always going to be co-opted by blacks now.
Right. Yeah, and that's nothing against black people.
It's just nothing against blacks.
It's just like people. Why? It's like Hollywood like pandering
fucking pandering.
Like they're so afraid of being called. They're so afraid of being called racist that they're literally taking like Annie. Remember the last Annie movie they made?
That's another one.
Annie was black. Like,
oh my fucking god!
Like, look, people write a story, a particular way. They write a character a particular way, and that's like, what if the next, will give me a famous black character in a movie?
Yeah. How about this? I got an idea for a movie.
Yeah.
Take the beloved black character of Shaft.
Okay.
And then how about he gets played by Justin Bieber? How about that?
Yeah,
Justin Bieber plays Shaft.
Yeah. So what if the next Shaft was a white guy? What would they would fucking freak out?
Of course they would.
They would go up in arms. There would be protests. It would never see the light of day. But it's totally cool.
Oh yeah, other way around.
To take traditionally white characters and make them black just to pander to the black community.
Yeah.
And make Hollywood feel like they're not racist.
Yes. Well, I will not be quiet about it for one.
No, it's
not me.
It's bullshit, man, and it's got nothing to do with racism.
It doesn't. I'm so comfortable in my stance on race issues. I don't care about talking about this. I'm not a racist. If you think I am, well, I don't care. I'm comfortable with my relationship with race issues and black people. I have black friends. I work with black people, and I get along with them very well.
Yeah, pulling the race card is just an excuse to not debate and to not look at actual facts. It's just ridiculous that the politically correct nature of this world, and that's now infecting Hollywood. It has gotten to the point where like they feel like they're forced to, it's unfair to have James Bond not be black. It's like why? Why does there's black actors who are in black roles, and there's white actors who are in white roles? What is it?
Why didn't you just write a really cool black character?
Yeah, and make it which they have. They have done. Like Denzel was just in this movie called The Equalizer. That was badass.
No one gets cooler than Denzel.
Yeah, exactly.
But a white guy can't be Denzel.
No, I mean
because he couldn't do it. A white guy couldn't do it.
Yeah, it depends what the movie is and what the character is. James Bond is an old character that's been around for a very long time. He's always been white.
He's an English secret agent.
Yeah, why all of a sudden does he now have to be a black guy? You know what I mean? Like, why all of a sudden did Annie have to be a little black girl?
Yeah.
I think
we know why, because this fucking PC climate we live in it's just funny that the voices of such a small group are making such big changes.
Yeah, I know.
And they're just scaring people.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Yeah, they scare people by, if you don't do this, you're going to be labeled a racist, and we're going to completely crush you.
Do it. They're so like desensitizing and kind of taking the sting and power of that word.
Yeah,
racist. No one really knows what that means.
Yeah, I think at this point, they just use it as like a chip that they can play to get what they want. You know what I mean?
That's all it is.
That's what it comes down to. Like, is there real racism still out in America? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There is still completely blatant racism out there, right. and I hate that. I hate racism.
And when we say there's racism, we're talking about racism as a whole. And that, yes, folks, that means also racist black people.
Right. Yeah.
Black people can be racist too.
Yeah. Every ethnicity can be racist, and there's racism in every culture, and there's reverse racism against whites, and that's something that never gets talked about, and
I wouldn't know,
and because it's taboo, and if you were to bring it up, then all of a sudden, okay, you must hate black people if you're bringing that up.
I don't. I'm just kind of countering your argument. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, all that does is these politicians and these special interest groups who claim to want to fix race relations, all they end up doing is just creating, like, enhancing the divide even more by doing things like this.
Because what they're saying is, we expect these people to behave this way, and making excuses for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's saying we don't expect better from them. People in these urban communities, committing crimes and whatnot. Like, it's like, we don't expect. They're acting like they don't expect better. This is what they do. Yeah. And kind of like, and protecting them. No, like, everyone should be held accountable.
Yeah, absolutely. White, black,
Hispanic, Asian.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody should be held accountable and should get what they get based on merit, not based on some agenda because of entitlement. I hate entitlement. Just the entire word itself is bullshit. I don't think I should be entitled to anything. I don't think anybody should be entitled to anything. I think everything should be earned.
I agree.
And movies shouldn't be cast, and laws shouldn't be passed based on anything other than what you deserve. Not pandering to any particular group because it's unfair or right. And that just pisses me off.
And just another addition. Actually, I forgot. I also read today that the new Daily Show host that's going to take over after Stewart leaves. Guess what his ethnicity is, John?
Wait, he's a black guy.
Yeah, black guy.
Of course,
right?
Naturally. And I don't. I'm sure people are going to hear this and brand as complete racist, which is ridiculous.
No,
if you actually knew us, that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
But
I just don't like phoniness.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know,
what we're talking about is way beyond race. We're talking about like just pandering and that very fake bullshit where these people try and go out of their way to show that they're not racist by going out of their way to put a black person into a role like James Bond or Annie or as a lead of a predominantly white show, you know. But where if the reverse were to happen, there'd be no tolerance for it, you know. If I was like, okay, you know, I want like you said, I want the next Shaft to be a white guy. You know, it's not fair that Shaft is all black guys.
See, but of course, but that would be racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, how could a Shaft be a white guy? You're racist.
Yeah, if I were to say, okay, well,
but if I say, well, I don't think that James Bond should be a black guy, then you're racist again. It's a double-edged sword.
Right.
You get it from both ends. There's no winning.
Yeah. There's no winning, you know, and there's certainly no winning if you're white. Like to me, it's super. Like if they want to go the affirmative action route, like they do, and put minority people in positions that they normally wouldn't deserve or have the ability to get, then it's like, well, how about this? Like, well, I think it's really I want to play basketball in the NBA. I think it's super unfair that
it is
that the NBA is 99% black people. How is
extremely
that
unfair? It's
but if I was to come out and say that,
it's not diverse enough.
Yeah, like, well, like, you know, how about some affirmative action for white people in sports?
Yeah, how about that? But
no, God, you'd get crucified for saying that, you know? So it doesn't work. It only works on one hand. It only works for them.
Yeah, you bring up stuff like, and look, we know that like that would be ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
but
of course.
you raise these arguments just to show how ridiculous of a point of view that they're coming from.
Right, exactly.
You know?
because it's a double standard. Like they can do that,
exactly. It's a double standard.
But we can't. You know what I mean? And I think that's just bullshit. And it keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
And
it's becoming more and more of a world that I just don't want to be a part of.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Fucking, I'm sick of it.
Yeah. You know, you know, I don't want to get too political, you know, because I know we all like a lighthearted, funny show, but I feel like, you know, some of the things just need to be brought up, and so, you know, that's one thing that kind of just pissed us off that we were talking about, and felt the need to bring up, but you know, it's funny. The media is just full of like just totally wacky fucking things. You know, it's. You know, we're searching around just trying to find, you know, good stories and stuff for, you know, for the show. And I tell you, one of which that I thought was hilarious. Blue, did you read this about the headline on Vice.com is what it's like to be cock-blocked by your own vagina.
See, that's what it says there?
Yeah. And it's about this fucking woman who, and it's actually, she has like a specific disease. I think, what do they say it's called? It's called vaginismus or vaginismus.
Vaginismus?
Yeah, vaginismus.
Vaginismus.
And it's like this chick, she has this disorder where like she cannot have sex. She cannot have penetration. Like she could be super horny and ready to go and ready to get down to it, but as soon as something goes to penetrate her fucking vagina locks up like a fucking like the jaws of life, you know, and she loses all lubrication, all everything, and like you cannot get anything in there.
So obviously it's just way too painful for her to.
Yeah, it's too painful. Maybe it's like a psychosomatic thing. And she's describing how horrible it is where she wants to be sexually active. Yeah. She's super, you know, she has super, you know, sexual desires.
Sure.
She's but she can't.
Can she still get off with clitoral stimulation?
Yeah, she can still do that. But she can't be penetrated.
She can't be penetrated.
It's like her vagina is just like, no, I refuse to have anything stuck inside of me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's gotta suck. Like, what do you do if like the girl you're with like has that condition? Like you want to fuck her so bad, you go to stick it in, and it's just like a big wall just comes down. Whoops, sorry. No penetration for you.
I'd probably fuck like her ass cheeks.
Yeah, well,
like a hot dog bun, just kind of something like that.
Well, she would have to get it in her ass because there's nowhere else to stick it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, your vagina says no, but your ass says yes.
Yeah. So is there any kind of treatment, anything she can do to help this?
I'm not really sure what the treatment is. Like, if it's more of a mental condition. There's not that much information out about it, really. They're saying, like, the only information that anybody really had on it prior to this was from, like, a WebMD and bullshit.
Right, for just first-hand accounts.
Yeah, but they're saying it's not genetic. It's like a very under-researched affliction that literally, like, dumbfounds doctors. They don't understand how this could be. But all I know is it would really suck, you know.
Yeah.
I can imagine she loses a lot of boyfriends because of that, you know. Because unfortunately, let's face it, men aren't exactly the most patient bunch when it comes to waiting for sex. So,
Nope.
you know, if you end up with a girl who you can't fuck because she has this affliction, unfortunately, as the shallow creatures we are, most men aren't going to stick around, you know.
Yeah, you know, not even just from the primal urge to have sex. It's kind of, you know, just having that kind of intimate relationship with a partner. You get used to really, you know, it goes beyond just sex sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it should. Yeah. With
having that connection with somebody.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie. Like, sex is such an important part of a relationship to me that if that wasn't there, I don't think I could.
Oh, that yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
That's why I cheated in the past.
Yeah,
because, you know, my girlfriend and I, we weren't having a good sexual relationship.
You weren't having a good sexual relationship. No, I get that. I mean, the cheating thing's still fucked up. You should have just broken up with her.
Yeah.
But I get it. I mean,
you get where it was coming from.
I've broken up with women before because the sex was just not good, or they just didn't want to have it as often as I did, and because it's so important to me. I can't let that go. Like, you know what I mean? There's certain things that you can compromise on.
Yeah.
Not having sex, that's not one of them. You know, I can't compromise on that.
And I can be really open-minded as long as, like, we're having or trying to have sex well together and working on things.
Yeah.
I'm really open. I'm very open-minded.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to always be the most mind-blowing sex I've ever had.
No.
It just has to be sex.
I just have to be getting laid. Yeah, exactly. You just have to. It's just got to happen, you know. The effort's got to be put out there.
Yeah, and you want to know, you know, your partner is trying.
Yeah,
that's really it. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, you want to know that you're on the same page sexually and that you want it at the same rate, you know, because it's healthy, really. You know, it's yes. Like to me, you can't really have a healthy relationship without a healthy sexual relationship.
Couldn't agree more.
So. Just to I don't know. I mean, we're gonna throw this into a little bit of a somber topic just for a moment. I know I brought up on GrindFactor and I made a post about our friend. We actually talked about him in one of the previous podcasts. I don't know if you guys remember. It was a night that me, Mr. Blue, and a buddy of mine. Went out drinking and partying, and he ended up stopping. Our friend ended up stopping to go do a drug deal right in the middle of the night, and had to cover for him.
Oh, man.
That's the guy that we were talking about, and a good friend of mine. I've known him for a very, very long time, and he unfortunately died a couple days ago. I don't know when this podcast is going to be released, but from right now it was 2 days ago. So he died. He died on the 27th. A friend found him dead in his basement, and it sucks. It really sucks. He was only 27.
Yeah, it's shitty, man.
You know, young, great guy. Had a lot ahead of him, but he had so many, you know, deep demons, and I think some seriously untreated mental health issues.
I think he had a serious case of depression that really wasn't treated properly.
Yeah, real manic depression. And the worst part about it is that I am 99% sure that it wasn't just an accidental overdose. Nope. I am almost positive they did it on purpose.
Well, because you got a phone call.
Yeah, I mean, I've had many phone calls from him in the past talking about
just being upset.
How he's crying and how he wanted to end it all. And blah, blah, blah. And usually I figured it was just attention seeking, and then he'd kind of come out of it, you know. But this time, I guess he didn't come out of it, and he had some very powerful drugs in his possession, and he, I guess, finally found the balls to just say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna check out." And
you could tell he was just a very unhappy dude, and I've said to you before, and not even to be a dick about the guy, just like, there's just some people that you meet and they're just always going to be fucked up or in the shit, and unfortunately he's just one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Who's just never gonna get out of this shit. Never. And it's sad. Of course it's sad, but
yeah, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like I feel like everybody has the chance to come out of it, because think about like guys like Frankie that we know, a guy who had been using for 20, 30 years, and if anybody would have thought to be a hopeless cause, it would have been him, yet he got clean. So if he could do it, anybody could do it. So nobody is hopeless. No, there's always a chance, because I've known guys who have been using and heavier than anybody I've ever met, and longer than anybody I've ever met, and they made it. So there's always a way. Nobody is just doomed.
Yeah, a dude like Frankie is a good example.
He's a perfect example. When I'm struggling and I'm thinking like, oh man, I'll never get clean, maybe I'll just be an addict forever, I go back and think about him, and I'm like, you know what? Wow, he did it.
There was a guy who is at the lowest of lows as well
for many, many, many decades,
and now he's successful,
living a great life.
Could be happier where he has a family, right?
Yeah, he's got a little girl. He's got a wife.
Dude's got a lot to live for now.
Yeah, but it's and it took him 30 years to finally get it together, and thank God he survived that that time. Most addicts don't live long enough to reach that many years using. So our friend who just recently passed away, and obviously I'm bummed and heartbroken about it, but it's gotten to the point where I'm so numb, because I have so many friends die. I've had so many friends die that it's almost just like, okay, wow, another friend to add to the list, and I
what
wasn't
does that really
surprised.
make you think about inside? What describe your feelings? Does it scare you more? Like you said, you're numb.
Yeah,
but does it actually make you take a look at yourself at all? Go in the mirror, like, well, could that be me someday?
Yeah, it does. It does to a degree. Yeah. Especially more now, so that I'm more mature and stuff about it. Back when I was younger and I had friends dying, I didn't really give a shit. It didn't stop me from using. It didn't even I didn't even take a second thought. But now it's like, now that I'm starting to build a life again and have people that care about me and people that I care about, I don't want to go out that way. Leaving
what a
everything.
Shit way to go out.
Leaving all your friends and family behind, the people that love you. It's just a shitty way to go, and it didn't have to go down that way. Yeah. And so it does definitely make me reevaluate my situation, be like, wow, death is a real. It's a real thing. A lot of addicts become numb to the idea of death because they cheated for so long.
Yeah, I think you guys managed to emotionally disconnect from that like self-preservation thing, and I don't know how you guys do it, but you do.
It's like
you guys don't have it.
Yeah, it's definitely a trait of an addict, where your brain kind of rewires itself to the point where you don't have that same kind of concern for your well-being as a normal person does, because you're doing things that are so dangerous, day in and day out, that you don't really connect, and like your own mortality kind of becomes like the background. You don't think about death. You don't think that it can happen to you. Yeah. Even as your friends are dying all around you, you still think that, oh well that was them, that can't happen to me. But it can, in the blink of an eye, it can happen. And yes, while I think that he did this on purpose and did purposely overdose, it could have very well have been an accident. I know many friends who have done it completely on accident, ended up dying over it. So it's just a shitty a shitty thing, you know. And I had known this guy for a long time, and it's weird to just think that all of a sudden now I'm just never gonna see him again, never gonna call him again. He's never gonna call me again.
Yeah.
And I hope that he's found some peace and in a better place. It's all I can really say. You know?
Yeah. What else can you really say about it? Is right.
Right. You know. So I don't want to get too morbid out there, but I know that there's a lot of addicts out there who have been going through the same thing, who have had friends die, and I would just ask you to take that as a kind of just a way to take a step back and really reevaluate your life and what's going on, and realizing that you're not invincible, even if you may think you are, and even if you avoid it,
or even if it just doesn't register.
Right, yeah. But it's important to keep that in mind, that like you are dancing with the devil and you are playing with sin, and bad things can happen. Like nobody is invincible, even if you've lasted a decade without ever having an overdose or problem. All it takes is one time,
That's it.
and you can be done. So I would just, want to use this. I want to share this to help maybe other struggling addicts or people who are considering thinking about relapsing to, realize that, look, life is a precious and fragile thing.
Yes, indeed.
And it's not something to be taken for granted. And I know I have often taken it for granted. For many, many years, I took life for granted and still do at occasion. It's something that I'm working on. But you really can't. Because it's so short. It can end at the blink of an eye, and there's so many great things out there to experience that, you want to be there to experience.
It's just
them.
a waste.
Do you really want to die in your 20s and 30s before you really even had a chance to live?
Yeah, overdose when you're 80.
Yeah, but yeah, by that time, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to go on a big bender and start shooting dope when you're 80? Fine,
go ahead.
Go for it. But, at your young peak prime age.
Shit to do.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's rough, and it's important that addicts out there know that this can happen at any moment, and it can happen to you. And if it's happened to your friends, use that as a wake up call. And I know I'm very hypocritical saying that, because I've never done that. I've had friends die and completely didn't let it affect my use at all.
I just can't.
Matter of fact, I started using more, really, because to get past the guilt and get past the feelings brought on by a friend dying, you used your drugs to numb you out even more, because you don't want to feel that. But it's important that you feel it, because it's real, you know, and to think about the people that love you, the people that you're going to be leaving behind, and how devastated that they're going to be. And
that's
right. So
I can't imagine my life revolving around shooting shit in my arm all the time.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, it's not a very appealing life, right? Doesn't sound very appealing to you, Blue.
No, not at all, really. No.
It's definitely one of the shittiest ways to live. In case you were thinking about running out there and buying a bunch of heroin and starting to become an addict, don't.
Yeah. If you can help it, don't do it.
Don't do it. I have a whole thread that I made on GrindFactor entitled "Should I Try Heroin?" mega thread, and it goes through all these justifications and excuses that one might use to justify using. And I basically go through them all one by one and shoot them down, because really at the end of the day there is no justification to do something like that, to start using heroin. There's nothing that you can do, or there's no trick that you can learn that nobody else has tried. There's no way to avoid inevitable downfall and despair and addiction and death and incarceration. It's just part of the course. Those are the only options. Period.
They'll come sooner or later.
So, that's something I wanted to just bring up really quick as a shout out to my friend Dane. So rest in peace, buddy. I hope you found some. I hope you found some peace.
Rest in peace. So let's take this to a lighter note now.
Yeah, let's take it to a lighter note. I know my friend Mr. Blue over here. He's a big conspiracy nut. Loves everything conspiracy. wise, and I think we're gonna let's hit on some alien abduction stuff, because I just read a great article about alien abductions. I actually believe in aliens as well. Like, I'm a firm believer in extraterrestrial life. So totally. So there's a couple articles out where there's these self-proclaimed UFO witnesses, and what they saw. I guess all these people were in Arizona, and all these abductees. And I guess we'll read some of the things.
Well, I remember the Phoenix
Lights
saw. in Phoenix. How many years ago was that? Where they saw like a mothership over fucking Phoenix. Like, everyone in the city saw it.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's one thing I definitely firmly believe in, that there are aliens out there, and they do, pop in and out, and maybe they're just checking us out, and but I definitely think it's
maybe they're time travelers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen to this guy. This guy's name is Daryl Sims. He says, my first experience was in 1952 when I was 4 years old. I sensed something was in my room. I sat up in my bed. There was a skinny creature with this bizarre bulbous head. He has pure, big, white, black eyes. He didn't shapeshift. Instead, he tried to change the image in my head of what he looked like into a clown. That's why many abductees have clown phobias, and they don't know why.
Oh,
I
so
never,
that's why
I never
hate
thought.
clowns.
Yeah, that's why people hate clowns. It's because an alien came to them in the form of a clown. Oh my god!
It really makes sense now.
He says, I had fear like I never had before in my life. Like they had extract the emotions and passions of people.
Did he take his semen?
Let's see. It's the reason why. Let's see. No. Yeah. I want to find the ones where they've been.
They get really detailed.
Yeah,
right?
they get really detailed into the butt probings.
Connie Gale. What does she have to say about alien abductions?
She says, I don't call them aliens. I call them light beings.
Oh.
She says her mom thought they were from the devil. And she said that they were pure good. She always believed that they were good. She had a difficult life of abuse, and she said the aliens taught her how to fly in her dreams, and took her out of the galaxy.
Huh. Well, a lot of people, like doctors, scientists, people that was just smart than myself, explain this away as a lot of them try to explain away as night terrors, I think.
Yeah.
And that they're just really they're dreaming while they're awake and pretty much hallucinating this shit.
Yeah.
Which I think it's possible. None of those cases probably could be just that.
Yeah. I mean, I take more stock in people with more credibility. Like, here's one. This guy, he was in the Air Force, and he says the things he saw in the Air Force were absolutely real. He said, to quote, I worked on radar, and I used to talk to airplanes sometimes when they chased UFOs. I was involved in situations where we had civilian airlines flying over Lake Superior, and UFOs were circling them. I was working one time when we were chasing a UFO that was over one of our sites. They busted off two F-160s that do Mach 2. As the planes approached the UFO, that sucker started climbing. The pilot kicked in the afterburners, but it was gone. I wrote up about 30 sightings of intel over a 2-year period, and this is a Air Force pilot.
Okay.
So what's funny is that there's so many experiences and so many similar stories all throughout time.
Yeah.
If you even look at ancient Aztec drawings and caves and shit where they describe these aliens and what they look like, and throughout time, all these different cultures report seeing the exact same things, but thousands of years apart, where they had no means of communication across the entire globe, but they all saw the same things.
Yeah.
So how do you explain that?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of shit about our history, our human history, that we just don't know. Period. I don't know how we could think that we do. Like, we have it all figured out.
Yeah, that's true. And
a lot of those monoliths and stuff. If you watch that stupid Ancient Aliens show on History Channel,
yeah,
like diamond cut precision, and when they were supposed to have, I guess, primitive tools. I don't know how they were able to do this,
Right.
But who am I?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will just say this about it, that to me, if you don't believe in some kind of form of extraterrestrial life, or that there's any life on other planets, it's almost like a really arrogant thought. It's like, okay, so you think that you're out of all the billions of planets out there in the universe, that we're the only one that was able to sustain life, that we're the most intelligent creatures in the entire universe. Really? Seems like such an egotistical,
kind of ridiculous,
douchey thing to think. Like, really, you think you're that? You think you are just the most intelligent being in the universe? You. Us.
And just how it can be so easily dismissed by people. It's like, are you just the most narrow-minded motherfucker?
Yeah, dude. It's like, dude, there's billions of planets out there that we won't even get close to visiting or seeing for thousands of years, probably. How could you fucking possibly think that Earth is the only one lucky enough to develop life, and that we're the most intelligent beings in the universe? It's just an arrogant, like, fucking stupid outlook, I think. Just sheer probability alone.
I have to agree, Skag, so I have to agree in that.
That's how I feel about it. I don't know. So,
and a lot of these, you ever see the people with the stories about the Men in Black come to their house and they're like they look like alien human hybrids.
Yeah.
Usually tall guys with bald tall guys with creepy faces and sharp teeth, dressed in black.
And they show up at people's
houses? And they
houses?
show up and talk to them about
Sounds like
things.
something out of Stephen King.
It does, right?
But no, I sincerely believe there's some weird fucked up shit that goes on in this world that we're not quite privy to.
Yeah, we gotta get David Duchovny on it, have him figure it out.
Yeah, this is for sure. I would love to get one of these alien abductees on the show to describe their.
Could we try? I would love.
No, yeah,
that.
we could definitely we'll reach out to one or two of them.
That'd be fantastic.
And see if we can get them on the show.
I can't believe we haven't thought about that before. That'd be great.
For them to describe what they saw and stuff like that, and we can ask them crazy questions and shit. I think that'd be a really fun thing to do for a future show.
Yeah, let's get on that.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yes, our booking agent, get on that, please.
Yeah.
As I point to nobody.
Yeah.
Point to nobody.
Our non-existent booking agent. Please go out there and find us some alien abductees to bring on the show.
Fuck yeah. Yep. That will be fun. So you went to work today?
Yeah, I worked.
Work was good?
Yeah.
Cool. How about the ladies? Any ladies in your life? How about that chick who raked your cock? Are you still talking to her?
I was hoping you weren't going to bring that up.
But I did.
Yes, you did. The raker, as I like to call her, she's been texting me and blowing my phone up, and I'm just scared to even reply because she traumatized me so bad that I don't think I can handle her.
Can you ask for nudes?
Yeah, I'll see if I can get some nude pictures for you.
I would love it.
I'll get a picture of her shredding somebody's dick with the blowjob, blood pouring out.
I'd like a nice nude of her ass spread.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do about that. This guy.
Thank you.
Every girl that I bring up, the next thing out of his mouth is, "Can you get me some nudes?
Can you give me a handful of nudes?
Yeah, can you get me an ass shot? Can you get me a tit shot?" I'm like, I guess
these are girls I want to see naked.
I could try. Clearly, yeah, I know.
Because some of them I know, or they're from the same town.
Yeah.
So I've seen, and he's talking to him like, "Oh my god, I want to see him naked." If you can,
you want to see some naked?
I've
shown you some good ones here and there. Some girls that you wanted to see nude. I've given you. I've come through with some nice pics.
But everyone's sex these days. It's so normal. All you got to do is ask, and you'll get them. I guarantee you'll get them. You can talk to this girl right now. She could probably send you a nude at this moment.
Well, I will ask away.
Right now, grab your fucking phone.
Are you
and
serious?
Text this girl.
Okay, you really want me to do this?
I promise you. Look, she's been blowing up your phone all day. And
you think she'll send me some nudes?
And she wants nothing other than to fuck you again. She will send you nude. I promise. Okay. Just ask for it.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, all right.
Let me get her.
I want to see you do it. No bullshitting.
I'm getting my phone out right now. And she usually always responds like right away too. So
Skaggs here, he's sliding open his lock.
Yeah.
Putting his passcode.
Doing some texting.
I think he's scrolling up to her message.
You guys can hear the texting.
Her instant message. There we go. Hear the click of the keys. Now let's see if we can get this nude for you guys, or for me, really. But
waiting for a response.
Waiting.
I just said, hey, love, what are you doing tonight? You mind sending me some nudes? Winky face.
Yes. And make them good nudes.
Let's see if she responds.
You see anything?
Not yet.
Oh, I heard something.
Got her.
What'd you say?
That's her. She said, ha ha ha, wink face, sure.
Oh my God. All right, keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
What do you want to see? Little ass shot, boob shot?
Both. If you can get both, what do you think you can get from her?
I think what
would she most comfortable sharing?
I'm just gonna say like be creative. Like let me see just like a nice good sexy nude shot.
See your ample bosoms.
Yeah. I want to see those gorgeous tits. Send. All right, here we go. Let's see if she responds. Fuck you, you sick creep. Or actually sends them.
I bet she probably has like a stock photos or fucking shit. I bet.
Yeah.
Everyone does these days. I have like stock cock photos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I have.
You have to have a few on
hand whenever I bust them
standby.
out whenever I want.
Yeah. All right. See if she responds.
Okay, please keep the fingers crossed. I heard another one.
And there's a picture in this. Oh my God! Just take a look at that shit, dude.
Fucking shit.
What do you think of those?
Dude, hey, you weren't lying. Those are pretty fucking nice, man.
Describe the picture for our listeners. What you're seeing right now.
Perfect, not too huge.
Right, yeah.
But
so the tits were
nice,
like
firm B side.
Yeah, nice firm B's. Nice leg. You see the legs on her?
Yes. Very
she's
sharp nipples.
She's kind of turned to the
not
side,
in a bad
so you
way.
see
Yeah,
the ass a little
that
bit.
Plump ass, bubble ass coming out.
Ugh.
Oof.
Good thing she doesn't have her teeth in the picture though, because that might scare me.
Yeah. so like bits of your skin hanging off.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh, hey, you came through, man.
Hell yeah.
That was good.
Look, when my buddy, asked me to get him some nude pics, I get him some nude pics. That's just that's how we roll in the Miscreant Hour.
Yeah, she's a cute girl, man. She's got a nice little body on her.
She's bad, right?
Yeah.
I'd call her over again, but I don't feel like getting my fucking dick jumped off.
Just don't get a blowjob.
Yeah, maybe I'll just be like, nah, I'll pass on the blowjob.
Just avoid getting blown.
Yeah, just maybe a little handy and
just fuck her.
And then fuck her. But no blowjob.
But if you think she's going down the copper, no, let's turn over, get like rough, pretend you're being playful, and then just take her on her back. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna like be all masculine shit and take you, but I really just don't want to get my fucking cock raked by you.
And now she's asking me if I wanted to come over tonight.
And you should say yes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. All right, well, looks like Mr. Skaggs gonna be a little bit busy after this podcast.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
What else was he saying? Oh, I can't wait to fuck you. Oh my God, you dirty bird!
Fucking shit!
All right, well, God, okay, look, we need to wrap this up because I got business to attend to.
Yes. Anything for next week? Actually, we might have a comedian on.
Yeah. If you want to plug him,
Andy McDermott.
Yeah, Andy McDermott, the comedian, might come on.
We'll be on. I think next week we'll be on our podcast.
And we are also planning within the next few weeks. Author Seth Harwood. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a great crime writer. Look him up on Amazon. He's a really great writer.
I know you read a lot of his.
Yeah, I've read a lot of his books. You guys could just search him on Amazon. He writes like really great crime fiction. So he might be on within the next couple weeks. Talk about his
Very
work
cool,
and crazy
cool
shit. So we got some good things coming. And with that, we would like to thank you for joining us for another episode.
Yep. Thank you very much. Signing out. And if you could, once again, please subscribe to us on iTunes and write a review.
Yes, please do that.
Okay. Until next week, folks.
Later.
Good night.